Hi everyone! In this video, we are going to evaluate a variable expression with fractions. So here we have our expression for v cubed w squared, where v is negative 2/3 and w is 1/2. That just means that I need to substitute the negative 2/3 every time I see a v and 1/2 every time I see a w. And every time I do that, I always want to put parentheses around the variable or whatever I'm substituting it in for, because it'll help take care of some negative mistakes that seem to always creep in. So this means I have 4, and then I'm substituting what it's told me for v, which is negative 2/3. And that's being raised to the third power. And w is 1/2. Being raised to the second power. Now I can see between these that I wasn't subtracting 2/3 or something like that. Those parentheses help remind me that I'm multiplying in between those. Now, using the order of operations, that means I need to do those exponents first. So I'm going to work on the negative 2/3 being cubed up here. When I have that cubed, that means that I have it 3 times. So that means I have negative 2/3 times negative 2/3 times negative 2/3. And negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 gives me negative 8. And 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. Another way you could think of that is negative 2 cubed over 3 cubed, if that's something that you prefer. Either way, we will end up with negative 8 over 27. And so I'm going to come down here and replace that with negative 8 over 27. Now, if you want to do that all on the same line, you can do that. I'm just writing it off to the side so that it helps keep things clean and clarify as I explain. The next one is w squared. And since w is 1/2, it's 1/2 squared. Again, that just means that I have 1/2 times 1/2. And 1 times 1 is 1, and 2 times 2 is 4. And again, we could have also thought of this as 1 being squared over 2 being squared, and 1 squared is 1, and 2 squared is 4. Either way works, however you prefer thinking of that. So now I'm going to bring that 1/4 down here. And again, you could have done that all on the same line, maybe some work in here, but I wanted to do it off to the side so that it kept things clean. Now I have 4 times negative 8/27 times 1/4. And it might be helpful to put this 4 over a 1 just so that I can see it's in the numerator. So I'm going to rewrite this. 4 over 1 times negative 8 over 27 times 1 over 4. And before I multiply all of those together, I'm going to see if there's anything that I can simplify. And to do that, I find every numerator and I check it against every denominator to see if I can divide something out of both of them. So I'm going to start with the first numerator. 4 over a 1 doesn't simplify. 4 and 27, nope, there's nothing in common that'll divide out of 4 and 27. So I'm going to go 4, and the 4 on the end are both divisible by 4. So I can simplify that way. 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 4 divided by 4 is 1. And now, since I only have 1's on the bottom, and the 27 and an 8 on top, I'm going to check 8 with 27, and nothing simplifies there. So I have 1 times negative 8 times 1, which is negative 8. And on the bottom I have 1 times 27 times 1, which is 27. And because I simplified beforehand, this ending fraction is already in its simplest form. It is good to double check that just in case you missed something that could have been simplified beforehand. And 8 and 27 don't have anything that will go in, so that is the simplest form for our answer, and it is negative 8 over 27.